Oh God.
You can bleep me after. Yeah. Action. Hi, guys.
The circus noise.
Welcome to episode 27 of Your Internet Sisters.
Yay.
/ Nicole's just trying to keep everything together.
Yep.
Notice the child in my arms. He's asleep.
So we're gonna keep the volumes low. It's ASMR type beat. You know
ASMR beat. Amazing. Throw back to Tornado Zoo. All right. So, guys, I have a question of the day
I'm
for you, Faith. But it's kind of like, I would say it's 2-part, but really it's like actually 2 questions that I just want to know.
I'm
They're
down.
kind of related. It's fine. Okay. So, first part of the question is, name an actor or actress that you would like to be in the room to watch them do their thing, like to watch them work. Whether that's on set or whether that's on stage.
Dang. Okay. I'm gonna think of the people who, because if I cook too hard, it's gonna be too much. I'm gonna think of the first people that came to mind.
Okay.
Male actor. I would really like to see Robert Downey Jr. get in the zone. Like, I love his energy in general. I feel like he has just enough chip on his shoulder and a little bit arrogance, but very earned arrogance to like know what he's doing. Female, I would love to see Eartha Kitt get in the zone on stage.
Oh, throwback.
It would be really cool to just see again a person who has been through it in very different ways.
Yeah.
But like the personal triumph, and like whether they pull from that or whether for health reasons they don't. Like what happens there? I think that those are my 2. I would love to just like be a producer or like an AP and just like watch.
What an amazing answer.
Yeah, those are the first people that came to mind. I don't know why.
Wow.
I don't know why, but yeah.
You're going to be shocked for my male actor. Yeah.
Okay. Is it Michael Fassbender? That's my man.
No. That's my man. Magneto. Okay. So, my male actor, because he's very new on the scene, and I'm kind of curious about him because I can tell just based on interviews. I don't know. Based on, I don't know if we have the same person. Just based on interviews, he studies. I can tell. He does his homework.
Yeah.
And he really enjoys the craft, and I think that he's learning and growing and trying to figure out kind of where he wants to go and the different types of roles that he likes to play. But it's surprisingly Jacob Elordi.
Oh, I thought I had Barry Keoghan.
I thought that was the route you were gonna go.
Yeah, Jacob, little Jakey Jake, not a tall boy. Interesting. And I kind of get that though. Like I understand. It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Why you can tell he locks in and doesn't play about his craft at all.
Yes.
He got out of the Netflix romance movie trap and is like, it's time to cook.
And I think that's a big part of why I'm interested in watching him in his roles and why I want to watch his process. Because I feel like he was one of the few to really break out of that like cheeseball lane.
Yeah.
And like
quickly.
Very quickly. Yeah. Like Joey King, she played opposite him. She's been doing a lot of stuff, but I just
been in the game, but it's just different. And I also probably like a male-female standard. But like
maybe, yeah,
she don't hit and roll. And even in her serious roles, I'm still looking at Joey King.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, female actress.
I'm at a loss for what you might choose.
I have 2 in mind. I'm trying to choose one. Okay, I'm gonna choose this person because for a while I think I was skeptical. And she only just recently has started to win me over.
I think we're locked in again. Go ahead.
I don't think so.
Oh, dang.
I don't think so.
It's the little sibling delusion.
Yeah, it's Niecy.
Niecy Nash?
Yeah.
Not Niecy Nash Betts? Dang. Another L for me.
Yeah.
I get it. Because you're watching her in Grotesquerie, right?
Yeah, and then I watched her in
And she was good in Claws, too. Claws was
and I
good.
watched her in Dahmer.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've watching her range lately. Because we all
Mm-hmm.
know like she came out of the comedy world.
Yes, indeed. And
And she
then
was hilarious.
Queen House.
Yo, I forgot about that. I totally forgot about that.
That's how I met her. Yeah.
Yo, I probably
Mm-hmm.
did too and just completely forgot. Hilarious in what's the show she was in? Oh God, it was super popular. I can't remember
Reno?
what it was.
Reno 911?
Yes,
Yeah,
I think it was that
man.
one.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
she's
good.
got me intrigued a little bit because I was skeptical at first. Like I kind of thought of her the same as like maybe not, but like I personally am still not on the Taraji train.
I was gonna say people. I think the way that I feel about how Fantasia deserves Jennifer Hudson's career, I think that
Mm,
I feel the same way about Niecy in terms of not swapping. Everybody deserves their success, but like
right.
she needs to be in the same conversations that Taraji is in, and she's
Yeah,
not. I feel like she's like an afterthought, and I
but
don't
I
like
I
that.
think she's starting to not be though.
Finally, man.
Because she won that. I mean, didn't she win an
Did she
Emmy
win an
for Dahmer?
Emmy, Oscar?
She
I
won
think she might
something for
have
Dahmer. She won something. It was like
deserved.
finally because she
Yeah,
had got
because
nominated for like all of them.
yeah, her range is actually pretty sick.
Yeah.
Really, really sick.
And so I'm loving seeing her lean into these dramatic roles.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, she's brutal in Grotesquerie.
I
Just
gotta
the way
check it
they've written
out.
all the characters. It's like you end up. It's like one of those shows where you end up hating all of them.
Oh
It's just like,
man, the humanity of it all. Yeah.
yeah. And a lot of the show is, I think, it really is rooted in what humanity has become. As
Mm.
I'm trying to get through the last episode.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, so very deep question. Sorry. My
No,
other
that's good.
question is a little bit lighter, and
Uh-huh.
it is if you were kind of same vein, but
Mm-hmm.
if you were in the room to sit and watch the recording of the score of a movie franchise, just to be in that space and take in that sound, what would it be?
It's not a movie. Can I say a show?
Oh yeah,
Interview with the Vampire.
really?
The score. Lock in. Sorry, he's sleeping.
Really?
Lock
Child, I
in.
got headphones on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can only hear me. Amen.
There are clips online of the score of some of the
Really?
motifs throughout the show. Ooh.
Oh,
I wish there was a little more jazz because of where it takes place. I think that would take
yeah,
it to the next level.
yeah.
Um, but that, yeah, the score of that recently has like super captivated me for sure. Anything John Williams, that's like a layup.
Right,
That's easy.
right,
We
right, right,
talked
right.
about composers on this channel,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that, and then just because I love the way that John Batiste writes. He recently talked
Mm.
about how he did the composition for the SNL movie, the Saturday Night Live movie that just came out,
I did not know that.
and in a very non-traditional way, did a lot of writing on the fly, and a lot of the
Ah,
musicians walked in the room not knowing what they were doing that day, what they were playing that day, because he wanted to keep
oh,
that spontaneity. So if I had to choose a movie, it will be that because I just learned that he composed it, and I'm like, I'm trying to be in the room regardless, wherever he is.
wow.
But I think that those will be mine.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love that.
fire. What about you?
Um, that's funny because I'm not even like a fan of the movie franchise that much. Um, but it's iconic. It's Star Wars.
Oh, I mean, dun, 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 dun.
Strip up
Dun,
a
dun, dun, dun.
yeah.
I would probably
And the
cry. We're criers.
you know what I'm saying?
Eating,
So
eating.
many incredible motifs as a part of that franchise. Um,
Oh
that
man,
just
that's
the
good.
power of that, the um the scale and the size of scoring for something that is space, scoring
Yeah.
for an entire society that is based in space.
How do you
And
do
so
that?
having to be innovative, exactly, having to be innovative and think in that regard is stunning.
Insane. Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah. If there was a show, I don't
Bluey.
know. Okay, speaking of that, I'm not going to answer that because actually, I found a video yesterday
Yeah.
that I played. Like sometimes when we wake up in the morning and like I want to have something playing, but I don't want to have like him watching a show. I will
Yeah.
put on just like orchestration and
Yeah.
have him watch people playing instruments, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday I found I want to say it was the Melbourne
Symphony Orchestra.
Symphony Orchestra. Played 3 of the songs from Bluey, and it was the theme song. It was the song for Keepsies Upsies.
Yes.
And it was the song for like the grandma, something about the grandmas. They were dressed as
Oh
grandmas.
my gosh.
And Faith, it was so cute. The Keepsies Upsies had me dying because while they were playing, they had an animated balloon.
Stop. See, this is the programming that children deserve. That is so cute.
That they were passing amongst the musicians throughout the entire song. And so like as the song was going, it was this animated balloon that was floating. And so the musician would go and pass it to the next person throughout the entire song.
Cut
And
the
it
cameras.
was
That's
I
so
said,
cute.
Stop. This is so cute.
And they know it's a blast. Like they're probably like, yes, I'm so excited to do a Bluey gig. That's Bluey. That's a
The
real
cost
life
of being
Bluey.
outside. Notice how my child is sleeping through this.
Oh yeah, you got to put your kids around noise
He's
so
so
that they're
used to
used
it.
to things. Child,
especially these crazy dogs. They've been barking with him in the stomach. He's so used to it.
all right. He's like, okay.
Yeah. It was so. I'll have to send it to you, Faith, because it was really, really cute, and it was so unexpected.
Get teary for no reason, man. Pregnancy hormones. I'd be crying over the dumbest stuff.
Like, stop! Not them playing Keepsies Upsies while they're playing.
While they're playing, I'd be the one musician to be so locked into my piece that I forget,
right,
to participate.
And I mean, they even passed it to the conductor. It was so cute.
Oh my god, I love it. I love it. Okay, well, those are good questions of the day. Let us know below, like who your actors you want to be in the room with. What compositions would you like to see live? I need to lock in. They're doing a Spider-Verse orchestration.
Oh heck yeah!
I think the closest one is in Greensboro, which is a little bit far from me. But I love stuff like that. Being able to watch the movie and have it played live. And Spider-Verse was just, I mean, Metro. I mean, he tore up the album.
Metro, I'm done. Yeah.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So my put you on will definitely pale in comparison to your question of the day.
Nah.
And this is not y'all are gonna roll your eyes when you hear this put you on because you're gonna be like, girl, we've been new.
I'm done.
Let me tell you something about the Gilmore Girls.
Oh
now
my
listen,
God.
Now listen. We have luckily broken out of, at least in my circles and your circles, oh, that's a white show. Oh, that's a black show. Like the 90210's Gossip Girl. Like we don't watch that. Like, no, we watch what brings us joy, calms us down.
Yes,
and I've just been needing
today.
shows that we need that today. And I just need shows that are like background noise, preferably people that have problems that are not as weighty as the problems in the world. Yeah. And the Gilmore Girls are just those girls. And I am deep into season 4. I started it in October because I saw a lot of lore about like, oh, it's Gilmore Girls season. Like it's a very fall coded show.
Interesting.
It's in like, I think it's called Stars Hollow. It's like the small town in Connecticut that's close to Harvard, and it's like a mother who grew up in a very wealthy family, got pregnant at 16 and decided like, okay, I'm not going to get married because that's what my parents want to do. I'm going to raise this child on my own. I'm going to be okay because I don't want to get married. My boyfriend doesn't want to get married. We're not going to do this. So at the beginning of the show, the mom's 32, the daughter's 16. And they live in Stars Hollow, this quirky small town where everybody knows and loves each other, sometimes a little bit too much. And there are boyfriends. The cast is stacked, absolutely stacked. Like the people in there, I would gasp and pause it. I've been sending Nicole videos of like, is that who I think it is? Like, is that the Grim Reaper?
Is that the Grim Reaper?
And so I've really been enjoying Gilmore Girls. If you haven't, or if you've been like, yeah, I should start it, now is the time. If you need to dissociate, have some background noise, just relax. Like specifically my Black female friends, I'm getting them locked into it because they know when I start something, I'm serious about it, and it takes me forever.
And they follow suit, bro. They follow suit sometimes.
They follow, man. I got my friends on Ted Lasso, on Shrinking, on BTS, on Gilmore Girls, Interview with the Vampire. Like when I lock in and I love something, like I want to share it. So if you've been like tiptoeing around Gossip Girl, if you've been tiptoeing around the Gilmore Girls, GG, lock in. Very wholesome. You can kind of background noise it, but if you look away for too long, you're gonna be like, what's going on? But like I've cooked and watched and listened at the same time and have been totally fine.
I still have not seen not one episode of that show.
Lock in. It's on Netflix.
To be honest,
It's
it
cute.
wasn't it filmed wasn't Gilmore Girls filmed in North Carolina?
I actually have to look that. No, I think you're thinking of One Tree Hill.
I am absolutely thinking of One Tree Hill. Okay,
Yeah, One Tree Hill. Well,
Chad
Chad Michael Murray is also in that though.
Okay,
He's
maybe
like in
that's
the
what threw
first
me. I was
season.
like, it was definitely that there's a Chad. Chad was somewhere in my
Chad.
home
Yeah,
state.
the cast is crazy. But yeah, no, it's very cute. It's very, very cute. So if you haven't, now's the time to dive in. Relax your mind, ease into it. It was filmed in the 2000s, so especially the early seasons, it's not that crisp quality.
Yeah, it's that like
it's very soft
weird.
still.
Yeah,
it's so nice. Lock into Gilmore Girls, y'all. Lock in.
Hilarious. Put you on.
Y'all are gonna be like, really?
Put you
this
on.
Is 24 years old,
right? He's just 25 years old.
I'm on my own journey. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right. Is it GeoNews time?
It's time for GeoNews.
Okay. What city did you have?
I wasn't done. My city was called.
I thought you froze and then you just kept going. What city did your news come from?
Ooh, it's hard to do with one hand. My news came out of Sofia, Bulgaria.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're familiar with the name. It sounded familiar for me, and then I was like, wait, I know that name. Then I looked it up, and I was like, yep, I know that face. The actor, John Malkovich.
John Malkovich. I know that name, but I don't know the face.
I know, like not offhand. If you look it up, you're gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, John."
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna look him up. I'm listening.
Okay. So, and there was a like protester attack at a play that he was directing in Bulgaria, by a bunch of far right. So it says an angry mob attacked the main entrance of the Ivan Vavzov National Theater in Sofia on Thursday, November 7th, where a U.S. actor and director John Malkovich was premiering Arms and the Man by Bernard Shaw, claiming the play insulted Bulgarian identity.
What?
So it says video footage shared on X shows masked protesters dressed in black assaulting and beating actors and spectators, preventing the audience from entering the theater hall and disrupting the premiere of the play, which they found offensive. This is the play's premiere, okay? Among the participants in the protest were the former Bulgarian MEP Angel Dilbarsky,
nice.
And the leader of the pro-Russian party, Atka Volvin Sidorov. Two lawmakers from the pro-Russian Revival Party were also present in the crowd. These, quote, these people wanted to enter the theater to cause chaos. In seconds, at the command of the Spitzenführer, we were surrounded by neo-Nazis who started hitting us. A policeman scolded me for having provoked them, said Bulgarian director and Oscar-winning artist Theo Ushev, who held a ticket for the performance, was ultimately barred from entry and beaten. We tried to get away, but the whole frenzied mob rushed us. We were kicked, insulted, spat on, doused with various liquids, and hit with flag handles. And added demanding the resignation of Interior Minister at who claimed there was no chaos. Like, come on, bro. Nor scrolling.
One-handed. Listen.
Casualties during the protest. On his part, Ilkov, on his part, did not answer question of why the police did not secure the entrance to the theater. So the spectators could not attend the theater performance. And then the next section just says hurt feelings. I'm done. The far-right protesters who demanded the play's cancellation claimed it demeaned Bulgaria. The play's action takes place 139 years ago during the Serbo-Bulgarian War, after which the young Bulgarian state managed to hold on to the victory and asserted its independence. Shaw describes with a sense of humor the nascent Bulgarian bourgeoisie, which tries to quickly get rid of the oriental habits of the Ottoman Empire and copy fashion trends in Western Europe. But he also writes about the success of the young Bulgarian army against Serbia's attempt to occupy Western Bulgaria. Quote, I protest against this production because it is ugly and offensive and portrays us as some kind of barbarians. Today in Europe, it is very important not to offend anyone. I would never go to a protest against a production that is just art, commented. And then it says, in response to the theater's director, Yeah, somebody counter calling the protest censorship and open fascism. Although Shaw's play had been staged in Bulgaria for years, Malkovich's involvement appears to have intensified nationalist opposition. Malkovich says, I cannot do anything but be amused by the statement that I would come here to stage a play to make fun of Bulgaria.
Ooh.
That is not a very intelligent idea.
The shade. I can see him saying something like that too.
Absolutely. Yeah, so the performance eventually opened 50 minutes late, but only in front of a handful of theater critics and journalists. The rest of the ticketed audience remained outside, blocked by the protesting nationalists. For us, the attack on the theater is not a spontaneous protest, but an active event organized by people close to the former state security, declared the pro-European party, We Continue the Change, in its reaction to the event. We want to live and leave it to the children as a free and democratic country, the reaction further reads. We strongly condemn all forms of censorship of freedom of speech or art and attempts to prevent the audience from entering the theater. Yeah, girl. So,
First of all, I'm gonna say this right now: the police were in on it. First of all, because if you know that there were rumblings, good morning.
He woke up like, where am I?
Hi, babes. Disoriented. No, I'm gonna chat with the audience. Listen, y'all. There's always something fishy. If it looks like a duck and quacked like a duck, the police are in on it. Maybe I should have said if it oinks like a pig and looks like a pig. Because if there are rumblings around this and you know that there's going to be like some issues, because usually this stuff doesn't usually pop out of nowhere. One thing that I know about neo-Nazis, they don't want to shut up. They don't know how to keep a secret. They like to be loud about their bigotry. And so I feel like when this was happening and arising, the police were either in on it or they were either like, oh, well, we're just going to see what happens. So my reaction to that is just disappointment, but not surprise.
Ace!
Oh, Ace. Hello, Ace. This is real life, y'all. Ace is part of the ops. He doesn't want to talk about this. Hi, sweetie.
Okay, give me a moment, baby.
I know. Take your time.
My whole microphone fell down and then it unplugged. And I was like, I can't hear nothing. Can't see nothing.
As always, I'm going on a rant about the police.
Last thing I heard was, oh, look at me. Now look at me.
But yeah, I hate that happened. I hate that people were injured, but I'm glad that the general public seems to understand that this is just an outburst from a dying breed of people who want to erase history. So keep up the fight, y'all.
I know that's right.
My news is a silly, goofy mood. My news comes from Athens.
Okay, great. And
it's coming from a place called Thessaloniki, Greece.
I feel like I've heard of that place before. I don't know why.
It sounds like Thessalonians. So I feel like I wonder if there's a connection because Greece is in the Bible, Italy's in the Bible. I wonder if it's like the same place. I don't know. All right, here we go.
Oh, yeah, because that's an Alaika.
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
The book is called Thessalonians.
But
the city is called Thessaloniki.
Like oh, just kidding.
Nike? I don't know. I think it's close. I'll look it up later. So, okay, super short news.
Okay.
A judge in northern Greece on Thursday imposed a suspended 1-month prison sentence on a man convicted of disturbing his neighbors by repeatedly sneaking into their properties to smell their shoes. The 28-year-old Greek man told Thessaloniki court that he was unable to explain his behavior, which he said caused him great embarrassment. He stressed that he had no intention of breaking the law or harming anybody, and neighbors testified that he never displayed any sign of aggression during his nocturnal visits. The man was arrested before dawn on October 8th in the small town of Sindos, about 15 kilometers west of Thessaloniki. Police had been called after a neighbor found the defendant in his front yard sniffing his family's shoes, which had been left outdoors to air. The court heard that there had been at least 3 similar incidents in the past 6 months, despite neighbors having asked the defendant's family to get him to stop. The man was ordered to attend therapy sessions. Shout out to treating mental illness with therapy and not with arrests. But also, what?
But also, lock them up. I'm just kidding.
To smell people's shoes?
It's the fact that he says he can't explain his behavior.
Right. Like, maybe it's like a lapse in judgment or like a blackout situation. He wakes up and comes to and is like, where am I?
No.
Do you think he's like a freak and that was just the best thing he could?
Yeah. I think that he has discovered that he. Oh, watch that!
He likes that stank.
He's discovered something new about himself.
Ugh.
And let me turn up my volume and
Yeah.
turn the gain. He has discovered something new about himself. And it's unfortunate that he got caught discovering while he was in his discovery mode. I think that is why he's like, I don't know why. But
Yeah,
I
that
like
is
it.
like a man to not even have a lie on the spot and just be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it doesn't feel like that. That feels like that genuinely feels like he was like, guys, I don't understand it.
Oh yeah, like I did it, but I don't know why I'm into
did it.
this.
I don't know what else to tell you.
Everybody has kinks. Everybody has that thing, but like breaking into my house,
creepy
to smell my. I can't imagine the fear of like hello, in the middle of the night.
Because it's like I understand it if it was like, oh, it's a women's shoe store and there's this creepy dude who's just going around sniffing all the shoes.
Yeah, yeah.
But to creep into someone's house
like full families, like all the family shoes
with kids.
Yeah.
Now that's nah, bro. That's why I say lock them up.
It's the American in us.
Right, that American in us is like
therapy. What's that?
Nah, bruh.
Woo, child.
Yeah.
So that's I don't know what I don't even know. There will probably never be mention of it again that I can ever find. But just
I
know
doubt it.
That's a thing that happened, and I hope that therapy gets him where he needs to go, and that the families recover from the trauma of finding an intruder in their home.
Child.
I don't know.
That
was our GeoNews.
Stinky feet.
Whoo. He likes the stank. He likes the stank. Okay. So in continuing, I have a couple story times.
Story time.
The AITA series is always just wonderful. People wondering to know, like, am I the terrible person in this situation, or am I right in this? So there's like a list of like the best of 2022 Reddit posts, and I've not chosen one. So I'm gonna like read out a couple and then see which one you want to dive into, and then we'll see how this goes.
Okay.
AITA for bringing my sister-in-law's wallet to the restaurant when she conveniently forgets it. AITA for being mad that my boyfriend won't make noodles the way that I like. AITI for making my girlfriend leave the country. I gotta click on this. I'm sorry. Because what?
Yeah, noodles, I understand. Okay.
Right. Yeah. All of these are like understandable. The wallet sounded helpful. Like, thanks.
Right. Right. No, unless it's like she probably feels bad because it's like her sister. I don't think her sister keeps forgetting her wallet. I think her sister's like, "Oops, I just I left my wallet." And so then the sister's like, "Here you go."
Yeah. Right. Here you go. Make this payment. We splitting this meal. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna try to paraphrase as I can and see how this goes.
Okay.
Am I the beep for making my girlfriend leave the country? This person says it's their first time posting on Reddit, so sorry if any errors, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I, male, 28, have been dating my girlfriend, 27, for 5 years. We met in college where she was an international student, and she started working after graduating while I'm currently doing a master's. Her company was sponsoring her visa until they got bought out and she got laid off. She was given a limited time to find a new employer to sponsor her a new visa, and it really stressed her out. She was applying to jobs every day, did lots of interviews, but unfortunately wasn't able to get an offer. She really wanted to stay since she loves the place, and I would still be here in the country, obviously. While I was out with a buddy, he suggested that I sponsor her visa since we've been in a relationship for quite some time. I love her, and I didn't want to see her so stressed out, so I told her about the idea. She was hesitant at first. She said she didn't want me to think that she was with me so I could be her way of like permanent residence and citizenship. But I wanted her to stay and I wanted to do it. So she's like, I don't want you to feel obligated to do this. Like, So we consulted an immigration consultant and decided to do the paperwork on our own. She was the only one who mostly looked into the stuff we needed to prepare. She still applied for jobs, but not as urgently as she used to. And it took a while since we never really had anything joint. We lived together but split the bills on our own. And she had saved enough up to be okay for a while. I had to fill out some paperwork to be her sponsor and felt uneasy about it. I did want her to stay, but I felt like it was too much. Eventually, she was done with her part, and all that was left was mine. I finally told her that I didn't want to go through with it. She was very upset and asked why. I told her that I suggested the idea because I didn't want to see her stressed out all the time, and that I eventually realized that I shouldn't have to be responsible for her. We had a long talk where I told her that I still want to be in a relationship with her. I just don't want to be forced to be responsible for her. She said she felt very hurt by what I said. Things changed, and she said she didn't really talk to me, and she didn't really talk to me after. She kept applying for jobs and attending interviews, but eventually her visa expired. Before she left, I told her I love her and that I really wanted her to come back. However, she told me that she sees me differently after the things I told her. It's been a few weeks since she left. I miss her cooking, her presence, and being able to spend time with her. I still want a future with her. However, our close friends have been telling me that I was a horrible person. I disagree, and I think that they're biased. So I'm asking, am I the beep in this situation? Oh, God.
You can bleep me after. Him.
Yeah, agreed. Expand, please.
You brought the idea to her. Had her go through the process. Complete the process. And be like, never mind. But I still love you though.
You know what irked me the most was that he said the first thing when he talked about missing her was missing her cooking.
Right.
Like that just like set something off in my brain of like,
to me.
What?
Me too.
What?
Oh, I missed her cooking. Oh yeah, in her presence.
And like being like, get a friend, get a pet, get a hobby, learn to cook yourself,
Get a
watch
personal
the
chef.
Food Network, do something. What? And that's the thing. Like, it would be one thing if he never really brought it up and from the jump was like, I'm not sure I'm really comfortable with this because, you know, I don't want you to feel locked in. I don't want to feel locked in. Also, maybe I'm a little biased, but if you're dating somebody for 5 years, unless you're childhood sweethearts and cannot get married, what are you doing? 5 years and y'all are both at your big age. He's 28, she was 27. You've been together for 5 years. You're both finished with the majority of your studies. What are you doing? What do you mean you're just still testing it out and figuring it out?
I ultimately decided I wasn't responsible for her is a wild thing to say.
Yeah, but the cooking though.
With somebody who says who you say you have a future with. That's wild.
Yeah. I just egregious. Absolutely egregious. As I was reading it, I was like trying to let him cook. And then I was like trying to keep my voice even keeled. But if it's that deep for you, don't bring it up in the first place. Don't have her do all the labor and the research and collect all the as somebody who is married to a licensed permanent resident and understands the work and the stress and the cost of collecting all of this information, for you to just be like, never mind. And then her visa just expires. Like
that is so selfish and yeah, nah. Nah, bruh. The answer is yes. You are.
Oh my God.
You are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wild.
Absolutely insane.
I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that.
I would
broken
up
up
with him.
believe that.
Like, I wonder if she broke up with him as soon as he was like, actually, I can't, or if she just wrote it out till her visa was, because, you know, moving is expensive and why find a new place to live if you're on a ticking time bomb of a legal status and a location.
What year was this?
2022.
What year?
But I don't know where this is, though. Like, the country was not specified.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And most people are like, yeah. The first thing, please tell me you were trolling. After 5 years together, you don't want to be, quote, responsible for her and you miss her cooking? Diabolical.
Wow.
Baby.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Diabolical. Yeah. Or the breakup will be so expeditious. I would just leave and start over elsewhere.
Absolutely.
Like, I would. That's
5 years.
5 years at our big age. No engagement in sight, but you're cool to live with me and you're cool to have me cook for you, but you don't be responsible for it. Okay, let me see if I can find one more.
Jeez. That is so upsetting.
There's the noodles. The wallet. I want to.
Nah, I need to know the wallet. I need to know the story behind the wallet.
One?
I need to know if it was what I'm thinking it was.
Ooh, or hold on.
Oh.
Am I the horrible person for deleting pictures of myself and my baby from my ex's phone without permission?
Ooh.
All right, here we go. Lock in.
No.
Right.
Sorry.
Right.
Sorry.
This is my likeness. My ex has taken a lot of pictures of me and our baby in the last 2 months. Even though I hate having pictures of me taken of me right now. Been there. Am there. He knows I hate it, but he keeps telling me I'll regret it later when our son is older if I don't have these pictures, and promised he wouldn't show anybody else. I ended up deleting the majority of them when he left his phone unattended because I hated them, and he had pictures of me breastfeeding, which I don't want him to have, even if you can't really see anything. I never told him I did it, but he noticed recently and is mad at me for touching his phone without permission and deleting the pictures, even though I only deleted the ones with me in them. During one fight, I called him a pervert for taking pictures of me breastfeeding and threatened to move out if he didn't stop bringing it up.
Oof.
Whew, things are awkward and tense between us now. Still angry with me, so am I the terrible person?
He's an ex, right?
Yeah. I don't know if this is ex-husband. It's giving ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
You go first.
Hey, give me my phone back. Not my phone, but my light. It knocked off the table when Ace came in, and he found it, and now he's running around with a stick.
You.
Yeah, that paint on too expensive, baby.
Right.
I understand the sentiment of, oh yeah, you're gonna regret this if you don't have these. I agree.
Yeah. Moms are never in pictures. We're always taking the pictures.
Yes, but I also feel like if I ever had like a picture of me breastfeeding, like I have specifically asked for it to be taken.
Yeah. Yes.
Not like some creeper.
Yeah. And it seems like these weren't consented photos.
Yes.
I feel like I'm going to be the same way. I don't want pictures of me breastfeeding.
If I'm not like,
if I don't ask.
It's like a maternity shoot. Let me take this light from the shop.
Yeah. I said, this is my time to shine. This is my time to shine. There we go.
He was just like, like, chill. Shake.
Shake.
He likes shaking water bottles.
So cute.
Yeah. I mean, she has the right to.
Yeah.
Get rid of the photos.
Delete the non-consented photos. Like, I understand that you shouldn't have been going through my phone in the first place.
I do.
Which, like, I don't have anything to hide on there. So, like, what are you really mad about, actually, sir? But if there was other things to be found, there will be other things to be found. So I don't think he was hiding anything.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm on the woman's side for sure because the photos were not consented. Yeah. But I wonder if it could have been communicated better why she didn't want the photos. Because I'm guilty of like having my own motivations, but I don't explain them. And men need things spelled out. And so I wonder if like it was just like, just delete it. And he was like, why? I just don't want it. I didn't delete it. As opposed to like, I didn't consent to this. I'm not comfortable with this. Clearly it doesn't matter now because the relationship is over.
Right.
But
dang.
Yeah. So the first one, you definitely are. The second one, I don't think you are.
Correct.
I don't think you are at all. All right. Yeah. Let's see what's going on with this wallet before we close out. If it's a long Reddit post, I'm charging it. Oh, excellent. Even better. Deleted by user. Well,
that's our show, folks.
It's been great. Thank you for joining us for episode 27 of Your Internet Sisters.
Lord.
We are so grateful for you tuning in every week. We are excited to be able to do this back to back because it means we're going to be seeing each other soon. So we hope you enjoyed this back to back. We're so excited to get back in the studio post holidays ish, but keep going with our weekly. So we will see you soon. Thank you. We love you. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.